Hello everyone and welcome, it's KeeperMC and we continue our survival on the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, 2b2t.org. In today's video I'm gonna cover all the changes which we have experienced during the past 2 weeks, but first of all let's log into server just to discover that we are not in the end anymore. That's right. Familiar places. What is that has happened, as you may remember, on 14th of August, we have finally managed to update the server. And, well, it was alright, except all of those changes which surprised the community. And hell yeah, my gapples, my ender pearls, it's all here. And we have lots of gold, which is still nice. And considering that we actually have ore and fortune, which it means that we will get much more gold out of it. So bringing my another project much closer to being executed, let's say. But back to the update. So everyone was mad, everyone was happy. For example, if you remember, all the redstone was transformed into a singular block instead of a stack. I think the same awaited diamond blocks, because I think I also had one. And of course, to me, the most important part was gold. So it stayed at its places. But I think for now, all I need to do is actually to get away from here. I will return to let's say, recover my resources eventually. Maybe just not now, because there are too much monsters. Let's go outside. We still need to take ourselves an elytra. And fly back home. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I've been happy with the update. I was ready to lose all the resources, and I was already starting to grind some more, started to accumulate new things, started the exploration, and as you saw it, I already got lots of gunpowder. And besides of that, went to an end to get the shells, which were deleted, and also the pearls. So just within a time of 2 weeks, I basically started to sort of regain all of the resources which were crucial to me, which were vanished. But at the same time, I mean, I lost like 4 stacks of crystals. Was it that bad? Was I supposed to cry out that we need a rollback or something? No, however, I'm not saying that this decision was not right. And in the end, I still believe it's a good decision they made to finally listen to the players. Because of course, not for everyone, exploration in vanilla and stuff is something that they really want to do in Minecraft. For somebody else, it's just PvP. For somebody else, it might be just a travel. And of course, when most of your resources are getting trimmed, you are suddenly losing your chances to enjoy the game as you like it. And that's not cool. But of course, it's becoming even more frustrating when the changes are being reverted back and forth, because when you are trying to satisfy one group of people, you're basically dissatisfying the another. But all I wanna see now are my chests, my shulker boxes, my goodies. So let's fly back home. I actually hope that that's the right direction, because I haven't checked, as you saw it. And I might totally be heading in a wrong way. I don't remember having villages. And to be honest, when I was reading through those posts on Reddit, on official group, on the one which are undercover, let's say, and then also the official publications on 2b2t.org website. I wouldn't say that I could easily put myself into the one or another group of people, basically for and against the changes, because if we would examine the lists of the changes, I wouldn't say that these changes were so drastically different, or I don't know, like so epic that everything has changed. No, I mean, the basis remained the same. The items which were previously glitched out, having some like crazy properties like 32,000k or like infinity mending items and stuff like that, those items were always to be banned, so that's probably nothing that is changing. The maps are still going to have the custom IDs, which was planned, and that's gonna stay like that, which is also fair because it was always annoying when you're trying to create your own map art just to see someone else's bad taste meme, let's say, instead. So I mean that's probably fair, and yeah, we actually have a great example of this right on my walls, which is actually funny because I'm not sure what it was supposed to be. Looks like a helmet, right? But it actually looks like a bunny to me. So I don't know what's true and what's not. But it's not about that. The thing that makes me happy is that actually those custom IDs are gonna stay. And would you look at that? I secured the landing, getting some skill, right? And besides the maps, of course, the render distance, I mean, we can still see the outer layers of emptiness, which I'm still not sure how do I feel about because they are not rendered in full, so it's kinda in the middle, and I don't like it, to be honest. But, well, maybe I just need to shrink emptiness for, I don't know, one chunk from every side, and then it will be alright. Or maybe actually expand it by one or two, so that everything would disappear. Not sure, probably gonna do some tests, let's say later on. What about the world generation? It was also mentioned that the terrain generator would be made custom, which I totally support because it's a bit annoying that if you are playing with your friends, not necessarily being a YouTuber, you are always supposed to hide yourself from everyone and everything, go the furthest distances away. It's understandable. I mean, that's how it works. But if there is any way to prevent this from happening, then I mean, sign me up. And that's probably something that we are going to experience. Except, of course, we probably not better to rely in full on that because it was even stated in the official post that we are supposed to do some initial testing by the community. So probably through that we will discover if it really works or if it does not really work. What else? Well, anti-cheat. Of course, some people might get mad that some of their favorite cheats and clients would be also somehow reduced, and some functions might not even work anymore. But again, server was always having anti-cheat, so that's totally fair that it's getting more and more advanced. Because again, if there are some cheats which are like minor, let's say, threat to the server, let's say, performance, there of course some others which are posing some more, let's say, noticeable threat as lagging, unnecessarily terrain generation, and you name it. Speaking about the animals and mobs, fully happy about that. Mobs spawn in a decent ways. Now it's not safe at night. Not only around the spawn, but everywhere in the world, which is amazing because finally the game works. Because it's really frustrating when you're trying to escape the spawn for the first time and you can literally walk thousands of blocks in a straight line without any interruptions because there are simply no mobs around you. No animals, no monsters, nothing. And my Christmas tree is still standing. Soon gonna be 2 years old. That's crazy. And, well, it's funny that same as the Herobrine is mentioned in the Minecraft, let's say, official updates, for the third time probably already we mentioned that we are not gonna have phantoms. Well, I mean, obviously we would not have them, because otherwise the server would not be playable, that's for sure. Important thing about the end, of course, is that the terrain looked really corrupted, and in some sense it was cool to find the ungrieved cities so close to the spawn, but at the same time it was a bit too corrupted, let's say, to enjoy the view around you, let's say. So I believe there is like no problems with the end being reset. But the chunk trails and chunk regeneration, or was it called culling or something? I guess it is fine that it is disabled. However, I'm not sure if I fully support this because to me, if you are simply seeing the line of old chunks without the grass or like without absolutely anything, they're having zero value, not only in terms of gameplay, but also in terms of history. Therefore, to be honest, I'd rather see some newer chunks being generated instead of seeing simply like crappy old chunks without anything. And I'm not sure who is screaming the most, the base hunters or like explorers, or who does that. But well, it's nice in any case that the administration heard those screams, and that these changes were disabled, meaning that it's still possible to see old chunks even though they might have been generated like for 1 second. So I guess we have lots of improvements with our second attempt to update the server. And of course, my only hope that this change would be the really final one, so that we can rely that now we can do the progress, now we can start exploration. Because, of course, spending 10 days on the server and then suddenly realizing that everything of it was deleted. For example, the same chests, I spent so much hours simply to bring everything up in here. Now it's all gone back in the lowest, let's say, levels of emptiness. But I mean, in the exchange for that, I got all of my shells back, so I guess I'm not complaining either. Yep, but as you can see, everything is right here. Hundreds of chests full of everything, including like basic things which nobody probably cares about. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that my resources are back. And if I would need to do some sort of conclusion about everything what's happened, well, I believe the housemaster, like all the moderators and admins, will learn their lesson. I'm not saying that they did a bad job or anything, of course, respecting the developer time and their own time to make it happen finally after so many years. I respect that. But again, in some cases, considering the server nature and history, they probably were supposed to do a little bit of a research before making those changes. Or maybe just, I don't know, ask community their opinion before moving with the changes ahead. But in any case, guys, let me know what is that you think about the recent rollback and update. Do you like it or don't you? And I cannot wait to finally move all of my things up. And see you back in the next episode. Bye bye, everyone.